Stand by. A classic from Elvis Costello, going back to the second album, this year's model here on 90.5 tonight. Jeff Raspe here with you on Brookdale Public Radio on this Tuesday evening. Kings Highway are in the studio with me. Good afternoon or early evening.
How's it going, Jeff?
Good, good. We've got Jeff and Corey here with me. Corey's going to be playing a drum, so he doesn't really have a mic. So we'll see if we can hear him at all. But I made the joke earlier with Fox. Are you guys actually named after the road, Kings Highway?
No, not actually at all. even though it's in Middletown, it took Corey going to like upstate New York or something, seeing a Kings Highway street sign and being like, why aren't we Kings Highway? And I'm like, wow, I've lived next to that my entire life, over 20 years, never crossed my mind. And we went over this like, what are we going to call ourselves? It's like the worst job in the world. Yeah. Every name is terrible that you come up with.
The names are terrible, and we were at the point where we had to come up with something. And in the future, we probably will have to change it. So,
yeah.
Why, is Middletown going to make you change it?
There's other bands out there.
Oh, are there really?
And you know, we're kind of.
Have you already discovered that there are the others out there?
There's maybe one or two. I think one's Christian rock. I think.
Not exactly what we're going for.
No, no, but I can see that too.
Yeah.
I kind of see that as well. But yeah, so it was probably one of those instances. As most band names have probably been decided on, we have a gig in 3 weeks. We need a name.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So was it kind of like that?
Basically, it was getting to the point where like now we have a group together. You know, it wasn't just me and Corey, and then it was like me, Corey, and Kevin. Then we picked up Bino. It's like, all right, we're a band now. We actually need a name now. So like once we landed on that, it was the least bad that we came up with.
Well, there was a band who were from New York City, I think, that played Mad Wednesday a few weeks ago, which you guys have played a number of times.
Yeah.
And they were called Reckless Place. And it took most of us a long time to even put two and two together to realize that this band from New York City had named themselves after a street in Red Bank. And of course, Mad Wednesdays take place in Red Bank. But then they admitted that is actually what happened. One of the guys was driving around Red Bank with his dad, I think, and came, to make a turn onto Reckless Place, and he called up the other guy. And he was like, "Hey, how about Reckless Place?" And that seemed to work.
Nice. Yeah, I try to convince myself there's a deep meaning into it, as I try and do with everything.
But there isn't.
But it's free advertising. How many places have a Kings Highway?
That's right.
Yeah, anybody who travels around, they'll send me pictures. I always put them up of different Kings Highways. And, hey, we're everywhere.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And I drive past the one in Middletown almost every day.
a lot of the band names that were created, they either hate them now, or it's an inside joke, or it's something with no meaning whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So
eventually we want the name that if you Google it or YouTube it, it's the only thing that's going to come up.
Ah, okay. See, now that actually is good thinking.
Yeah. Even if we make up a word.
Yeah, exactly. So that if you put it into a search, it's the first thing that comes up, because God knows what comes up the first thing for if you search Kings Highway.
Yeah, we're about on the 347th page of Google.
But if you do search Kings Highway Music, we're right
Kings
there.
Kings Highway Music, there you go.
Or on YouTube, Kings Highway NJ, I think our stuff comes up that way.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. But that actually leads us to the actual website for the band, which is kingshighwaymusic.com.
That's right.
So now you guys actually put out an album, I guess it was about a year ago?
Yep.
Or maybe a little bit more?
Actually a little bit less. It was August 14th at the Pony was our CD release.
Okay. So a little bit under a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-titled Kings Highway, and you actually mentioned that there's going to be a new album, hopefully before the end of this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. Sometime October, November. We were actually only a band for 4 months prior to going into the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot of the songs were cut and paste sort of stuff, and
So this next one will have all new songs, and you'll have over a year of playing together under your belt too, so.
It's gonna be so much better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much better. You know, we
So much better.
Yeah, we completely believe in I would say half the songs on our first album. It was like, we have maybe 12 songs, let's try and put an album together. You know, it could have been a 5-song demo, but
Right.
whatever, we had songs, so we put them in. And ideally, we would love to like make our next album like the best 5 or 6 from that one, and like 6 or 7 new ones.
Right.
You know, and that would be a kick-ass album right there.
Right, and you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no rule that says you can't take 4 or 5 from the first album that you made when you'd only been together for a couple of months, and I mean, I was going to say you don't even need to re-record them, but you know, there is no rule against using the exact same
There's
tracks.
no rules. There's no rules.
It's just rock and roll. There are no rules.
It's the best part.
It's just kind of hard for us now when you play 1 through 4 and then you skip a couple. And, you know, you put on track, 10 or 12, and
Yeah.
stuff kind of gets old quick.
Yeah.
But you guys are actually here. We're going to talk about a couple of really cool, interesting shows you got coming up in the next week or so. But I think maybe right now you can play one of those new songs for us, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. So which one's this one?
This one is called "Who Are You Saving?" The thought behind this song was that basically people put up walls a lot and they convince themselves to play it safe instead of go for things they want to do. So it's pretty much like, who are you really saving? Like, experience, live, do things, don't be afraid. So that was the motivation for this one.
Cool. So here's some live music from Kings Highway on 90.5, the Night Brookdale Public Radio.
Sometimes you gotta let go and blindly fly to the unknown. And if you feel like your world is turning blue, you gotta say hello to something new. You can lay low behind your wall. Yes, you can lay low behind your wall. But when it all starts to crumble, what are you afraid of? Yeah, when it's all said and done, love, who are you saving? Well, I can try to break it down, and yes, in time I can break it down, but you gotta wonder, what are you afraid of? Yeah, you gotta wonder, who are you saving? You know, who are you saving? 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 If it's a pause you need, then write the rhyme. If it's time and blindly fly to the unknown.
Excellent. That's a brand new one from Kings Highway. Jeff and Corey from Kings Highway are here in the studio with me, Jeff Raspe, this afternoon. That will be on the new album later this fall.
Without a doubt.
Now, you guys have actually played a few times in different forms. I think, Jeff, you even did a solo set one week at the downtown for Mad Wednesdays in the last few months, so that's cool. So are you guys going to come by tomorrow night? It's the 1 year anniversary.
I think I'd have to then. You gonna be there?
I will be there.
Let's do it.
Every week I'm there, in the corner, in front of Mike, playing CDs.
Well, I'll buy you a beer for getting that.
We'll be there.
Yeah, so
We'll
at least
absolutely be there.
Cool, yeah, so, see, tomorrow's gonna be the 1 year anniversary party with Atlantic, Ruby the Hatchets, and Joanna Burns.
Nice.
And hopefully, you know, some of the other bands who've played, like Kings Highway, will come by, make an appearance. Celebrate the fact that we've actually done original music in Red Bank for a year.
I think that's awesome. I really do. I mean, there's not too many places trying to do that. And it seems like, from what I hear, downtown was originally meant to be that kind of place for
Yes.
like blues and original and
Well,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Go
so.
the original Downtown Cafe way back when was like all jazz and blues. Yeah.
I think that's so cool, man. There's not too many places doing that, and we don't like to play covers, so we really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
There was an amazing band downstairs one time where we actually were in awe
Oh yeah.
of why they were playing this little corner, but absolutely killed it.
They definitely
Absolutely
killed
killed
it.
it.
Like we all had our video phones out. We're watching them with like our mouths open. Like, wow, we need to practice.
Who was it?
Not too sure. They had a female vocal section of 3 females.
Wow.
The drummer and the bassist were very, I don't know, to themselves and
Tight.
very
Is the way
tight.
they
Yes,
perform.
very tight.
Wow.
Jazzy sort of blues mixed with excellent
They were
female.
just too good.
It was just too
They were like
good.
annoyingly
Yeah, I can't even
good,
describe
you
it.
know?
Interesting. I wonder
Yeah.
who that was. But aside from perhaps a special appearance tomorrow night at the downtown, you guys got an interesting weekend planned. You're playing twice. Well, actually, one of them isn't really the weekend, but it kind of is because it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah, it's a weekend.
You're playing twice up at New Meadowland Stadium for the New Jersey-New York State Fair. Yes, we even have to share a state fair with New York.
Yeah, we're so excited for that. That's gonna be awesome.
But, so now, I think is the state fair going on now? I think it is.
It
actually.
started, I want to say it started the 10th.
Yeah, and it
Does that
just
make
goes
sense?
on.
No, it's the 24th to the 10th, yeah.
Okay, so it just started.
Yeah. June 24th,
Maybe
July
over the
10th.
weekend then, yeah.
But really, it starts Sunday at 6.
Sunday
There
at
you go.
6
Yeah,
is when you guys are playing?
that's right. Good guess.
Sunday at 6, Sunday at 8, fireworks at 10:45.
Twice
so,
you're playing?
Yeah, 2 40-minute sets.
What is going on?
This is a fun week.
And then you come back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And play there again.
The only off day that we have is Monday.
Is actually July 4th.
Yeah.
Until Wednesday back at the downtown, yeah.
That's right. And then next Wednesday you guys are actually playing the downtown, so I know you'll be there.
We'll definitely be there.
So how did this whole state fair thing come about? I mean, obviously it's a long-running fair. It happens every year, and it has happened for many years. And it's long-running in that it goes on for days.
You want me to take the lead on that?
Yeah, you might as well.
Basically, 2 months ago, I got laid off from the state of New Jersey. So I took into the means of just, doing a lot. And it was a classified ad. Nothing more,
Really?
nothing less. Looking for original music, people who are unsigned. And it's a free concert for the most part. Called her up, sent over a press kit. It's a done deal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, well, it's cool that they're actually, for an event like that, they've actually, legitimately are looking for original bands.
Yeah, they. I think within the last 2 weeks, they actually added close to 10 or 12 artists. Original lineup was only about 10 people, but they do have 3 or 4 artists a day.
Sure.
From the 24th to the 10th. So So
That's a lot of people.
it's a lot of people. Yeah.
That's a lot of bands.
Yeah.
That's what we're most excited about for that, I think, is to get the chance to play in front of a bunch of strangers. You know what I mean? Like, not friends that you have to constantly ask
Right.
to come to your shows. Like, locally, we want all strangers. We want to see the real reaction and get that high from playing in front of so many people.
Right, and I think that's the thing. Like you could have looked at this as, you know, geez, I hope they put our name above the puppet show, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been like it could be a real Spinal Tap moment.
Well,
But that's the test is to, you know, you're not going to have, especially if you're playing 2 sets on Sunday, and then 1 or 2 on Tuesday.
2 on Tuesday.
Another 2 on Tuesday. You
Yeah.
can't possibly have your friends there for all 4 sets.
No. Nor do we really, you know, want to hassle them for the fact, because it is, you know, a lot of shows you have to sell tickets, and
Yeah.
you know, there's only a guarantee if you sell tickets, and that part of playing music kind of puts a downer on it.
Yeah, and you know for a fact that, I mean, it's the New York, New Jersey, New York State Fair. It's bad enough we have to share. I'm not putting them first. The New Jersey, New York State Fair. So there's going to be thousands of people wandering about, and A, it's your job to grab their attention. B, it's your job to keep their attention.
Yeah.
And since, you know, there's a 99.99% chance you won't know any of them, that's an exercise.
Yeah, and it figures the gig that comes up where we don't have to ask our friends to come. They're like, "Oh, we're coming. Dude. We'll be there." You think we'd miss that?
Yeah.
Come on, 2-headed goats, we're there.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's that kind of a state fair.
It'd be cool if it was.
Yeah, why not?
It's in a parking lot of a giant stadium. How could it be that kind of state fair?
There's a lot of room for weird stuff in there.
All I know is I drive by it all the time. For years I've driven by it and just wondered, what is going on over there?
Yeah.
But that is very cool. Actually, do you know who else might be playing? Like anybody that we might know from this area?
Not at all.
I feel like we're the
Yeah.
outcast in the lineup.
Okay.
It looked like sort of like a more Disney kind of lineup. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of glamour shots of people, and then it's just
Really?
you know us,
Okay.
us from the pony is our picture. So yeah,
It's more accurate of what they're gonna get.
there's a lot of Justin Bieber lookalikes in the lineup. So
Good. Okay, so it's going to be an extreme test
yeah.
for you guys. But that actually reminds me that not only have I seen you guys play 2 or 3 times at the downtown for Mad Wednesdays, you got to open for some Irish friends of mine at the Pony not too long ago.
That was so cool. That was the best, man. That's easily one of my favorite shows we ever played. Because that was another opportunity to grab strangers.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, we had probably 20 friends there, but they sold out the place in like a minute. So we had strangers. We grabbed them, we kept them, and they seemed to really enjoy it. So that was awesome.
That is absolutely true. And we're talking about the Saw Doctors, a band that I think it was 9 years ago came by here, visited with me. Actually, I had to go to Asbury and pick them up and drive them here. And they actually remembered that day, which
Were
was
they
kind of funny
drinking?
because I believe they were.
Okay.
Because backstage, I was talking to them about it, and they all kind of looked at me like, "Wait a minute, where did we play in Asbury?" Because they realized that I was there that day too. They're like, "Wait a minute, where did we play that day that we came on with you?" And it was actually the Berkeley Carteret. They played in one of the ballrooms at the Berkeley Carteret that day.
Awesome.
So then, and they were like, "Where is that?" I'm like, "Well, it's right over there." I'm like, okay, cool. And we're at the Pony now. Yes, good. And I think they're actually coming back this fall.
It's around this. I think it's August 13th.
Or okay, yeah, oh yeah.
August 13th,
before
August
the
14th.
fall, end of summer.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So that's cool, and I do remember thinking to myself because I spent the show in the DJ booth because I can do that. I could kind of tell that there was a group of people there that knew who you were and were enjoying you guys, but the vast majority of people were certainly there for the Saw Doctors, and they were paying attention to you guys too. And from what I could gather, they were enjoying it. You know, nothing was, you know, there were no projectiles heading your way,
No.
that kind of thing. So
That was nice.
it was, yeah. So you know, there you go. That's a test. You won over you know, a whole bunch of fans of, you know, a legendary Irish band.
Yeah,
And you guys aren't like, I don't know that I would have thought, oh, let's put King's Highway on with the Saw Doctors, because you're not Irish.
well, 25% of us are very Irish.
But you don't sound Irish.
No, we definitely don't sound Irish. No. But our lead guitarist, Kevin Gormley, he's from Belfast. In
Oh, is he
Ireland.
really?
And what's really cool is I met him in a Hoboken singer-songwriter scene, and he used to cover "I Used to Love Her" by the Saw
really?
Doctors, and I always just thought it was his song. It's Irish. It sounds like all his other songs. And then when I found out we were opening for the Saw Doctors, I was like, I'm not sure who they are. I hear they're pretty big though. And he's like, dude, "I Used to Love Her" is their song. I'm like, what? That's when I like started really listening. Now I'm a fan for life, man. I love those guys.
That I believe that song is still the best-selling Irish single in Ireland.
It's so good.
And if you think about all of the things that have come out of Ireland, from U2 to Van Morrison to, you know, Celtic Thunder,
That's true. Yeah.
that is still the best-selling
Yeah, Van Morrison.
single.
How you gonna beat Van Morrison?
The thing with that show, when you get that random guy or that random person that comes up to you and shakes your hand and says like, you know, wow, you're an awesome drummer, you guys are really good, that's where it hits you.
Yeah.
Because you're used to your friends and your family being honest with you and kind of telling you good, but it's a little tainted version when you hear it. You know,
Because they kind of
from
have
fans.
to.
Yeah, they have to. Whereas the random guy who, you know, was sitting
Who
in the
wasn't even
front
there to see
bobbing,
you.
bobbing and weaving and, you know, having fun comes up, it's a whole world of difference.
Yeah, so that I remember distinctly, like, and I knew you guys were opening that show too, so I probably went straight from here down to there. So I think I got there during your set, but I was making a point of wanting to see at least some of your set in front of their audience to see how things would go over.
It was too fun. So good.
Cool. So let's see. I think you guys are going to play another new one for us, right?
Sure.
Can you turn that actually a little bit closer to you, or turn yourself closer to it? And that'll probably help a little bit. But here's another new live song from King's Highway here on 90.5 tonight, Brookdale Public Radio.
How's that, any better?
Yep.
You think that I'm the one who is just here to break your fall, forever in your shadow, listen for your beck and call. So now you come along, saying that you've been feeling down. Do you think I just wait around for you? If I did, wouldn't be wrong. You're driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't wanna be just another man that you've been on lately. I'll find another lady. You know, it's a world, and we're all just living in it. But you don't gotta be big to be strong. I got no choice, I'm giving in when you come along, saying that you've been feeling down. Do you think I just wait around for you? If I did, wouldn't be wrong. You're driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't wanna be just another man that you've been on lately. I'll find another lady.
That is another brand new one from Kings Highway Live here on 9.5 tonight with me, Jeff Raspe, on this Tuesday early evening. Coming up this weekend, holiday weekend, 4th of July weekend, they have 4, count them 4, sets to do at the New Jersey-New York State Fair up at New Meadowlands Stadium, which I'm going to presume that it takes place in the parking lots of New Meadowlands Stadium.
Yeah, they have, there's 2 stages. There's American stage and there's a main stage. Don't know where either is. We have 1 parking permit, so we rented a U-Haul and take it from there.
Yeah, because you got 1 car to take you all in.
Yeah.
Do you know offhand what your set times are on the 2 days?
Sunday is 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Fireworks are
fireworks
10:45ish, 10:30.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday the 5th, it's 8 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple of good slots, I'd say too.
Yeah, Sunday seems like a money spot right before the fireworks.
Yeah.
Sunday's on the main stage, Tuesday's on the American. So main stage, fireworks, 4th of July weekend, Meadowlands.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
We're doing something right.
Yeah, except for the fact that we have to share it with New York.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah,
we have to share the stadium with New York anyway
it's true.
during football season, which may or may not happen this year, but
That's true.
that's a conversation for another time.
Not much to argue about if there's no season. Right? Stadium's going to good use.
We might even let Fox slide, being an Eagles fan.
No,
No.
no,
Yeah, you're right. No,
nothing worse than that.
no, you're right. You're right. And then next Wednesday,
Sorry, Fox.
and then next Wednesday you return to Mad Wednesdays at the downtown,
Yeah.
and I of course will be there as well. Like I said earlier, if you guys are not doing anything, you know, come by tomorrow night for the 1-year anniversary party.
Yeah, we'll come by.
Cool. No, I think it'd actually be kind of cool to see, you know, some of the quote-unquote regulars, the guys who've played Mad Wednesdays more than once in the year that it's been, you know, trying to get over hurdle after hurdle after hurdle of convincing people that original music is worth doing in Red Bank, or anywhere for that matter.
Whenever Jeff asks the band if we want to play there, there's no hesitation. The food is excellent.
Yeah.
The sound system on stage is by far one of the best you'll get.
Yeah.
So as a drummer, and as the other guys can tell you, usually sound monitors are not good. And there, the sound guy is great, the lighting guy is great, just the sound in general, the mix on stage. Because we never hear what we sound like out in the crowd.
Yeah.
So we're based upon the monitors.
And, you know, and I can attest to the fact that front of house always sounds great.
Yeah.
Mike has that odd room dialed in.
Yeah, he does. And the beer just tastes better there for some reason.
And then, of course, Flash, our lighting guy, shows up eventually and does a great job.
He does.
With not a lot of lights either.
And what else is cool is he's doing that to original music a lot. So he's got to work on the fly. And I noticed, I actually went up and talked to him after one of the shows because he really dialed in what we were doing. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. Like, that was awesome. Like, I felt real for a second out there. But he knows what he's doing.
He does have a knack for matching the bass drum.
Yep.
With something, you know, something he doesn't hear prior, and he just matches it to the bass drum. Almost perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why it's fun for me to set up in front of them. And you know, we enjoy every week, just about.
I love seeing the local bands there. We're good friends with Weathered Soul.
Oh yeah.
Distant Enemies, Bobby Jakes, all those guys play over
And
there.
all those guys have played, yeah.
And we all have a good deal, support each other. So.
Yeah, and actually, you just mentioned Weathered Soul. We did want to mention that later on this summer, you guys are actually doing one of those cruises with Weathered Soul.
It's a music cruise.
A music cruise.
So it's going to be one of those cruises that what? Sits around Manhattan?
Yeah, it leaves World Yacht Pier 7 p.m. Docks at 11 p.m. So it's 4 hours of fun and music, and you know.
A 4-hour tour.
4-hour tour. Yeah.
On Saturday, July 30th. Oh, it's not even that much later in the summer. It's the end of the month.
Yeah, that's gonna be an awesome night.
So it'll round out a really busy month for you guys, I guess, with the New Jersey State Fair shows, and then another downtown Mad Wednesday show, and then you wrap it up with a cruise, hanging out with the guys from Weathered Soul.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be great.
So what's for now the state fair shows are free, so that's pretty much you just should go to the. Is there admission
As
to
far
the
as I
fair
know, it's
itself?
free, it's
I don't
free
know.
for us.
They had, I think the first night it was dollar rides, and then I think now I think if you buy a wristband, it's something like $5. It's
Yeah.
nothing,
So
it's not
it's-
extravagant night to go there at all.
It's a state fair. It's not supposed to
Yeah.
be. Of course, next week at the downtown, you can just check on the downtownnj.com, find out more information about Mad Wednesdays in general as well. And then for the cruise, folks can probably get you through the website, right?
There's a PayPal on our homepage. Everything's through debit card, credit card. It's all set up, ready to go.
All on kingshighwaymusic.com.
Yeah, the homepage.
And all are welcome for that.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're listening and you just
Right.
want a good time, it's guaranteed. Then.
And it's not, is there, I mean, it's a cruise. Is there like 21 plus, 18 plus?
It should probably be 21 plus.
Probably.
Yeah, I would
I
think.
would recommend it. Yeah.
The boat does hold 300 people. You know, we're reserving 15 or 16 slots for the band members, but you know, buy the tickets.
The rest
now.
is open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Open for all, definitely.
So check that out. That's going to be a great night of music with Kings Highway and Weathered Soul, who, by the way, the first time they played Mad Wednesday, of course, myself, Mike, and Flash were in our corner like we usually are, and we couldn't figure out what was going to happen when they got on stage because you had one guy who looked like I mean, literally every one of them could have walked into another band in a completely different genre and would have fit right in.
Totally true. Yeah.
It's one of the strangest things we've ever seen, and then they started and it became immediately apparent that they were going to play like old school blues.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
And they were young guys.
okay,
too.
you know what? That's one we never would have guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Dave kind of looks like a hippie. The singer's wearing a sweater vest.
A lot of people get pleasantly surprised when
Absolutely.
Matt starts singing. Not just that, just their energy in general, because they are younger, and it's all about the music. You know, they love to play.
Yeah, and nobody would have ever guessed, especially the three of us standing back at the soundboard, would have ever guessed that that was what was going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all good guys too. We like those guys.
Yeah, cool. So that's July 30th. You guys, along with Weathered Soul, on a cruise around Manhattan.
Yep.
One of those 4-hour tours of Manhattan with live music. So how can you go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are aware that the boat will be
Right.
rising and
we'll offset
sinking
that
and
somehow.
stuff. I'm just going to warn you. I've known a number of bands who played on boats, and it's very weird. It's very hard to get used to the fact that the floor is moving,
Yeah.
and you haven't even had a drink yet.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
And the microphone is moving all over your face.
Just gotta move with it, I guess. It's the only option.
And tape down your cymbal stands,
Gotcha.
because they may,
Yeah.
hit the dirt.
Yeah.
Good call, yeah.
That kind of thing. Kings Highway, the new album coming out later this fall. The current album still available
Mhm.
Yeah, iTunes, CD Baby.
on the website,
Come see us, website.
live.
Yep. All
Live,
info.
all that good-
Yeah,
all that good
kingshighwaymusic.com has got it all, so.
Yeah.
So check that out. And we're actually going to go out with one from the album that we've played a few times here on 90.5 tonight. And it's early in the album, so I think it's one of the ones you guys are still happy with, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're proud of this one, yeah.
Yeah, this was the original, baby.
Yep.
Cool. This one's called There's a Life, Kings Highway. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, man.
Good luck at the State Fair, and then we'll definitely see you next Wednesday at Mad Wednesday.
And tomorrow I gotta
downtown.
buy you that beer tomorrow.
And hopefully tomorrow, yeah. If you guys are free, come on down. Here's There Is a Life from Kings Highway on 90.5 The Night, Brookdale Public Radio.
Thanks, man.
My pleasure.